The boy had ALS. He was attracted to the beautiful woman across the street. However, in his father's eyes, he thought his son was yearning for passionate, intense sports. So he secretly made up his mind to help his son fulfill this wish. That evening, he saw on TV a father who pushed his paralyzed son to complete a marathon. Seeing the child in tears on screen, the father was equally moved. To take his son to compete in a race, he started getting up early every day to train, eating 3 raw eggs at a time. For his son's dream, filled with tremendous passion, he signed up for the marathon held in the city. He strapped his son in tightly, afraid he might fall off the wheelchair. His son looked completely helpless. All along the way, the father was extremely enthusiastic, giving his all to finish the race, not paying attention to whether his son was okay. However, after running with all his might for half the distance, the father ran out of energy. He even passed out going downhill, and the wheelchair rolled down the slope. Dad was taken away in an ambulance, but no one knew about the son who had fallen into the ditch. It wasn't until that evening when the news reported on TV the discovery of a disabled boy abandoned by his parents. The boy's 2 classmates were absolutely shocked. They hurried to the hospital to visit him. They happened to run into the boy's mother at the entrance. Mom said the boy didn't have much time left. She hoped his friends could chat with him more. The 2 boys were very quiet. They thought about what they could do for their friend. They remembered in movies, the protagonists always want to see the ocean before they die. What a meaningful thing to do. The 2 hit it off immediately. That night, they secretly came to the boy's hospital room. They kidnapped the boy from the hospital. The 3 of them drove toward the ocean. They wanted to find a mysterious beach, but ended up at a trash-covered, abandoned coastline. Well, since they were already there, they decided to copy what they'd seen in movies, planning to let the boy run free. As a result, the boy was dropped onto the beach and got a mouthful of sand. Suddenly, a friend noticed there were fish nearby, so he slowly approached. Unexpectedly, this beach was so dangerous. Their car had also run out of battery. They could only call the boy's mother. When Mom arrived, she was extremely anxious. She gave each of the 2 boys a slap. Her son was already this sick, and they still took him out. The boy was very sad. He didn't know if what he did was right. Suddenly, he noticed many students gathered in the restroom. They were filming ice bucket challenges. This was supposed to be a way for people to experience ALS, but now it had become a joke for onlookers. Only the boy couldn't laugh about it. He felt like they were insulting his friend. He beat up the person who was filming hard, then loudly chased away the students who were watching. They came to the hospital to sincerely apologize to the boy's mother, begging for forgiveness. Mom didn't hold their mistake against them. She agreed to let them visit the boy. They looked at the boy with guilt until the boy couldn't help but laugh out loud. Only then did they relax. But looking at the branch with only 1 leaf left, the boy's words, "Don't you guys die this early either," made the atmosphere in the room turn cold again. So the boy shared his biggest wish in life.